In our modern culture, we listen to a lot of things. This is truly the age of news media and the age of the opinion. There are so many people out there giving reports, people expressing their opinions. We can go to YouTube and hear people's opinions. We can go to the news media, we can go to university, we can attend political rallies. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things about a lot of issues. Some of it, of course, will be good information. Some opinions aren't worth 5 cents, but there's just this avalanche of information coming our way and people expressing their viewpoints on various issues. But you know, there is something much more important that we need to be hearing, and that is what Jesus says. The Son of God has something to say. He has the words of eternal life. When Jesus speaks, we need to be all ears. And I ask you the question, are you listening to Jesus? We all need to be hearing what he has said. In Mark chapter 4, before telling that well-known parable of the sower and the soils, Jesus began simply by saying to the crowd, listen. And then at the end of that parable, Jesus said, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. Jesus preached that awesome sermon, the Sermon on the Mount, and right at the very end of the sermon, he said, everyone who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. Oh, there's a lot of value in his words, and we need to be building our lives on the foundation of the teachings of Jesus Christ. We need to hear him. You know, it is much more important to hear Jesus than to listen what people are saying on YouTube or on the ABC or Channel 10's The Project. It's much more important that we be tapping in to the words of Jesus Christ. He speaks 100% pure, unadulterated truth. We are wise if we listen to Jesus and we just absorb his words and we allow the words of Jesus to shape our lives, to shape our value system, to shape our priorities, so we're living in accordance with the directions of Jesus Christ. He is, after all, Lord. He has the right to say, this is how I want you to live your lives, and is to our benefit to take in his words. If we will live by the teachings of Jesus Christ, we will benefit much. You know, in these unstable, confusing, unsettled times in which we live, has there ever been more confusion? Have there ever been more people afraid in Australian culture right now, and people struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts and worrying about their future, worrying about the economy, worrying about COVID? We are living in very unsettled times, but we can get our feet back on a rock if we will just live by the teachings of Jesus, who helps us to deal with anxiety and who shows us the way that we should walk. Let's listen to him.